Hello, happy Monday, magical souls. How are you doing? So I'm hopping on to share what is coming through me right now to share with you, and it was something I was thinking about the last couple of days in my own self, my own kind of personal development, spiritual growth, expansion, etc. And it was to shine a light really on those of you who are, a lot of you here that tune in with me. We're very kind of accustomed to working on ourselves and doing all the kind of healing, maybe shadow work, the release, the all of the kind of gritty release work. And we're good at looking at our own stuff right when it comes up, but I wanted to shine a light on this, kind of flip it around for you today, just to start the week off, in terms of looking at, even though you're doing the work, which expansive lights are you yet to switch on? So it's kind of just doing a flip around, maybe with what you're focusing on right now. I know a lot of people that work with me and they're connected to my message. We are releasing, and we're trying to be better versions of ourselves, right? Sometimes we forget that there are parts of us, aspects of us that are obviously soul aligned, right? They're part of our soul blueprint, but these are already here. They're already here for us. So sometimes what we're doing, and I'm not saying you are, but check it out, because as I say it, you might resonate with whether or not you are or not. But sometimes we're maybe doing, and I've done this before, we're doing all the kind of deeper release work, but we're doing that, great, but we're avoiding these expansive lights over here, right, that are calling us, that are part of our soul's mission, that they're parts of who we are and why we came. And until we step into those parts, we can feel really stagnated, heavy, retracting, contracted energy. We don't feel like we're being these expansive versions of ourselves, right? So I want to encourage you, invite you, as you're hearing these words, whenever these words land on you, to think about what are the expansive, or which expansive lights within you have you not yet stepped into. So I'm going to give you some examples just so you can, float around with this and think. But for example, and I'll just pull up a few from my own in the past and even now, and even clients. But, sometimes we've got, we're not stepping into our worth, our true value, right? We're not stepping into the messenger that we're here, right? That was one of my big ones, like on the visibility journey. I wasn't stepping into my expansive light as a messenger, right? Someone that's here to channel and share and all of that stuff. It might be that you're not stepping into yourself as an entrepreneur or an artist, right? Maybe you're not allowing yourself to call yourself something. I had a really interesting session with someone recently, right, where it was like the sticking point for them was, can they allow themselves to call themselves and refer to themselves as a creative person, for example, or an artist or an entrepreneur or something like that. Which parts of you are wanting to be expressed? Because I want to encourage you and cheer you on even, and remind you more than anything that these parts of you are not just made up from your head because you fancied making them up. These parts of you are real. They're parts of your soul expression. They're very real parts of you. So a lot of the times we're walking around the planet cut off from these parts of us, right? And especially if you're aware and intuitive and you're conscious, as most of you are, right, who tune in with me, we, again, like I said, we're doing all this work on, and it is part of the same spectrum, but we're doing a lot of focus on, what do I need to heal? What do I need to release? What do I need to let go of? Okay, great. Do that all day long. I do that consistently as well. But let's not forget, there are also aspects of ourselves that we get to see and we get to step into. And I can guarantee, as you're watching this, there'll be at least one, maybe 10, who knows, but there'll be at least one that's the one maybe that's calling you. So which expansive light have you not stepped into yet? Another way of saying it is, what haven't you claimed for yourself yet? What have you not claimed for yourself? Maybe it's, you're really good at what you do. Maybe you are a phenomenal writer. Maybe you're really good with fixing things. Maybe you're good at sculpting or finding things, or like whatever your special zone of genius is, right? We all have them, but unless we claim them, and this is another thing, another message that's kind of coming through thick and fast right now, unless you claim it and acknowledge to yourself as well, and choose consciously, it actually, you know, it's not just going to fall from the skies and land on our laps. And I think this is maybe the saddest bit of our lifetime here, of this incarnation, that there are so many people walking around on this planet with massive potential, massive lights. I remember working with someone years ago now, a few years ago, and she was creative. She was full of these ideas, right? And she didn't act on them. So, you know, maybe a couple she did, but she never really did. She never really allowed herself to step into these expansive lights, not the way she could have. And she ended up, yeah, she's not with us anymore. Sadly, she died of cancer and passed away. I'm changing that. The word dies doesn't feel correct anymore. She passed away. She left the planet. And what struck me about that, and I knew it was her time as well, but it struck me that she left this world with all of this unexpressed stuff inside of her. Like it was inside of her. It was part of her soul. And I think that there are so many regrets of people that they had the stuff inside of them, right? They were talented, they were creative, they had the spark, they had something really special and unique that they came in to this planet to do. And sure, you know, and I believe that they'll continue, they'll have other opportunities, so yeah, great. But there's something really sad about, we have this one chance in this incarnation to really express. And I'm so big on this. This is what my whole business is built on, around helping people drop the baggage. Like really drop the baggage, but also not just drop the baggage, wake up the real you. That's the other part of it, right? Waking up the real you, and then revolutionizing, right? How you think, feel, live, create, being all of who you came here to be. Because unless we claim it, you know, I think a lot of people, I think in the spiritual circles particularly, because there is a lot of infiltration bullshit, right? We have a lot of philosophies that say if it's meant for you, it will come for you, and all of this. I do believe if it's meant for us, like things will, you know, orchestrate around us, we'll get universal support, but we have to do our bit as well. And if we don't take action and we don't choose it and rise up to the occasion and step into it, it doesn't happen. Because the universe isn't here to punish or reward. The universe is here just to respond. God, source, universe, call it what you will. But this energy is here to respond to us. It's not here to punish certain people and reward certain other people. So I feel like, you know, it's kind of a serious message, I guess, but it's like a heartfelt one, a soul-fueled one, is for you to claim it. Because if you don't claim what is yours, what is here inside of you, your friend isn't going to do it. Your mentor, no matter how many thousands of pounds you throw at them, they're not going to do it. You know, your families aren't going to do it. Your loved ones aren't going to do it for you. Your cat, your dog are not going to do that for you. You have to do it for you. So I think there's a little bit of a mentality sometimes, especially with the sensitive souls, you know, we get energy and we understand how it works, but sometimes we kind of have a bit of a complacent thing going on where it's like, oh, you know, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, but we don't take responsibility. So my message here is to encourage you with love. And this is because you're so powerful, you can take responsibility. Have you chosen it yet? Have you, even if you don't know how, have you chosen it yet? Have you chosen, like, have you made the decision? Because until you reach that decision, that's where the stuckness happens, right? We won't be stepping into that expansive light. And it's okay to have doubts. My God, I have doubts and fears and things all the time. And that's the stuff we work through, but we've got to choose it. We've got to choose to step into these expansive parts of ourselves, because no one's going to do it. I did it even when, I'm talking, you know, this could be in any area: health, fitness, wealth, relationships, business, creativity, entrepreneurship, whatever area, right? This is the same thing. Like when I was ill and I was housebound, I had to make the decision. I had to, for me to say, I don't know how, but I'm going to choose recovery. I could still have been sat there now, housebound, if I never made that choice. You know, I had to choose, I'm going to create my own business. I even made the decision in my relationships back in 2015. I decided I was done with certain ways of relating. I wanted the real deal. I decided, and I wrote this list of traits. You might have read about it in my book or seen a post I've written about. But I made a decision. I let it go because I didn't know how that was going to happen, when it was going to happen. I assumed it would be taking 20 years. It took 1 year. It took 1 year before I met Michael. But it was the choice and the decision. And you know what? He actually had decided as well, by the way, that he was also done with previous energies. And so we both had made that decision. And guess what happened? Magnetized. Because we were also divinely guided in that way. So the decision is a huge part of this, and allowing yourself to consciously choose it. I really want to like zhuzh the energy, whoosh the energy to you, for you to catch it, receive it if you need to, because I feel like there's so many good soulful people here that they have a little flicker, but they're kind of waiting. They're waiting. What are you waiting for? You have to appoint yourself. I had to appoint myself. Like, I haven't figured it all out, by the way. There are loads of things I'm still doing, but I'm just sharing with you what I know, what I can channel, and what I'm guided to share with you, and also what I've experienced. But I had to appoint myself as someone who shows up and does videos and live streams and messages. Nobody gave me a camera and a mic and said, we give you permission. I had to do it, and it was uncomfortable because I didn't know if anybody wanted to even hear me. I had to appoint myself as a writer to write the book that I published last year, which was scary, by the way. Really scary. I'm doing it again. I'm recording the audio, figuring all of that out, and that's scaring me, but I've appointed myself to do it, right? I'm stepping into that expansive light because I know that it's meant for me. So I want that for you as well, because you're the same. You're no different. You get to also create. But enough now with any of the energy that is telling you, oh, I'll just kind of wait. I'll just kind of see what the universe gives me. You have to create. The universe is just going to respond. God's source universe will just respond to you. So which expansive lights are you not stepping into? I'm saying the label thing because it's not everything. Of course, we don't like even attach to labels, but the label thing, sometimes it comes up such a lot with myself and with clients, right? So I had a client recently and we were talking about like what she was going to call herself. And, you know, we were playing with these words. Coach didn't fit her, right? Guide, maybe. But she was playing with these words, right? And I won't share the exact word in case I don't want to like reveal her identity or anything. But it was, she landed on a word and we were like, yes, that's what you get to step into. You are identifying as this now, right? And it was a really big deal for her to step into that expansive light and say, I now claim this for myself. It was such a magical moment because she just, it fit with her, you know, and she was like trying it on for size. So there's so many ways we can do this. There's so many ways we can step into it. But on that note, I hadn't planned on bringing it into this live stream until I just put the description in, and I thought, right, I'll just share it actually because it is relevant. So today I've shared a brand new service that I was so excited. It came in a massive download over the weekend. Like literally I wasn't even trying to create it. It just came in. My guides just gave it to me and said, this is the thing you're going to, another service you're going to be offering to the world. And it was like, whew, it took my breath away because of the magnitude of it and the significance of it. So I created this service over the weekend called High Level Channel. So I know this isn't going to be for everybody, but I want you to, if the words High Level Channel, you feel something on that, I really encourage you just to open, listen, see what you feel. You can always check out the info. But what this is a big thing. So obviously you know that I'm a channel and I've been channeling my beautiful team for a little while now. And what this service is a few things. It's to activate people in their own channel, because I know and believe that this channeling that I do, yes, I do it in my own significant kind of way, but we all have abilities. We all have abilities, and a lot of people do get downloads and wisdom come in and they don't know where it's coming from, or they haven't fully connected to it because it's not been fully activated. So this high level channel service that I've created with my team is to do a few things. One is to help you activate your channel for those of you who are ready for that. So this is for you if you've not fully, you feel like you haven't fully activated your channel. Maybe you are kind of channeling, like I've always channeled. I just didn't know I was channeling. I really didn't know. And then when I activated it with my mentor, it was like the roof came off and it was suddenly like, oh my God, Wow. So this is about activating your channel, because this is partly why you're here. If you resonate with this, you're going to feel it. For some of you, this will have no relevance, and that's okay. It's just not for you. But for those of you who feel like, oh, you feel something as I'm saying it, you may well want to check it out, because there are a lot of people that will be activated. I've been told this the last year or year and a half. A lot of you are going to be activated in ways that you're not. And channeling is going to become more of a normal thing. I know it's still very out there at the moment, but it's over the years and in this lifetime, it's going to shift, because the planet is shifting. So this is for new channels and existing channelers, which I'll explain in a second. So if you're new to this and you feel some stirring in that, you can check out the info on the link. But what it says on there, you'll see, is to send, not to book straight away, just to have a look. And if it resonates and you feel like this is for you and you're serious about stepping into it, send me a message. And then what I'll do is I will check with my team, and they'll tell me, because this has happened before, they'll literally confirm that, yes, I'm the one to activate you and the timing is now. So I said no to someone last year because it wasn't the time, but now we've since done it and it's been amazing. So I can get that confirmed, so you don't have to kind of flow any money into a service that isn't relevant for you, or it's not the right time for you. So that's what we'll do. Second part of this is for those of you who are you already feel that you do channel, you definitely have a connection, you channel, you give guidance and wisdom. This is to activate you even deeper, because most people who are channeling, and this is the guidance I got as well, and I've been seeing it, they're not doing it at the highest level. There are higher levels you can access and really connect to pure sources of information and wisdom, because there's been a lot of manipulation and hijacking of channels and intuitives and whatever label you want to attach to it. So this has been happening, and it's going to happen a lot, because this is a massive threat to the energies currently on the planet, right? So the more of us we have our lights switched on, and then we're going to help others, this is a real this is unwanted. So we have to understand how to protect our channel, strengthen our channel, and deepen it. So it's also a service for those of you who are already doing this, and you want to step into a deeper part of that. That's really important. And then whether you're new or more experienced, we're going to look into more of the clearing element as well, really strengthen the channel, do anything needed to kind of remove any distortions in the channel, make the channel really pure, so you can receive very, very clear, direct information. Okay, because a lot of us are going to be doing that, and this is going to help have massive ripple effects across the world. So I was getting butterflies over the weekend as this was revealed to me, and it was like, oh yeah, that makes complete sense. So this is alongside any of the other services I'm doing as well, by the way. So I just wanted to share that with you, because that is available. So again, and if you are already a channeler and you've already done that, you can just go ahead and book, but you can check out the info on the page. You can just book, and we can just take it from there. So that is it. And also for those of you who are not that doesn't resonate with you, because it won't for everyone. If you're not high level, you don't feel about high level channel, and that's not something for you, I still invite you, if you want assistance in stepping into your light, in expanding. The other thing that I have that might be of interest is my life/business expansion package. So that's for anyone who is looking to expand to their next level in life or business, or maybe a combination of both. And it's like a really beautiful kind of structured way of working, but we can also tailor it to your energy. So you can check out, I didn't put the link here, but if you just go to the website, theawakerevolution.com, go to ways of working with me, and you'll see it on there. But I'll try and put the link, actually after this I'll pop the link here. If you're watching the replay, you can watch it here. If you're watching anywhere else, you can just see the links in the description, because that's all also here for you if you want me to guide and work with you over 4 weeks, and couple of extra weeks as well for that. So regardless of that, whether you take up any of those offers or not, I want to encourage you to step into your expansive light. Which ones are calling you? Because this is the card I pulled actually for my Telegram group, was this one. You can see it. Answer the call. What does it say? What is your soul calling you to do? It's a great question. It's a great journaling prompt even, but what is your soul calling you to do? What if you wrote that question out and listened for the answer? What is your soul asking? Because if you ask that question, you'll get a very different answer to the one your mind will give you. Your mind will feed you with, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. Your soul will give you a very different answer. So let me know how any of this feels. I'd love to hear any comments, feedback. Feel free to pop comments below whenever you're receiving these words, this message. I'm going to stop. I'll come up for air. I think I've been talking non-stop. I was just very excited to share that with you. And that is it for me today. So I send you so much love. And any questions on any of this, you know where I am. So you can just pop me a message if you're just not sure about any of these services or anything you want to ask me around any of this. So shine your light, step into that expansive light, and which ones are calling you? Where can you step into next? All right, so lots of love, and have a good rest of your week. But I'll be back on here, yeah, probably live streaming another couple of times later in the week. We'll see. All right, have a good rest of your day or whatever, whenever you're watching, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye for now.